Welcome to A Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. I was just talking to my son, Peter, over there, who, again, is my crew. My wife is out getting me a cocktail. This is the last show of the week. I normally have a cocktail at the end of the last show of the week, but you know what? I don't think I can wait that long. Happy Thursday. You see, during social isolation, I've asked my writers to mark the passage of time in the script, so when I read this in the prompter, I'll know what day it is. Thursday. And today, which again is Thursday, Stephen, the coronavirus continues to ravage the country. But there are signs that social distancing is beginning to work, though that does not mean we can go back to normal anytime soon, or maybe ever. At least according to immunologist and man who just realized he's touching his face, Dr. Anthony Fauci. You got my card? Thank you very much. This is, I married the right girl. Cheers. Oh yeah, that was lovely. Fruit of the vine, work of human hands, it shall become for us our spiritual drink. On Tuesday, Fauci explained that we've got to take it slow.
When you gradually come back, you don't jump into it with both feet. You say, what are the things that you could still do and still approach normal? One of them is absolute compulsive hand washing.
Yes, Fauci wants compulsive hand washing to be the new normal, which is great news for anyone with obsessive compulsive disorder. Congratulations. You now have You're laughing. You're laughing. Not at the joke. You're laughing at me. All right. Do either one of you want to get in here, by the way, or are you just going to lurk in the doorway? Do you need to anybody to get back in here?
Please ask me to do anything on headset.
Okay, there you go. Get it there. There you go. Okay. Well, this is all going to be in the show. This is all in the show. Are you going to stay over there? Are you going to come in here? Are you afraid I'm going to bite? It's been a long week. I'm sure it has been for you, too. Here we go. I just want to make sure this is still... Yeah, I just want to make sure they hadn't switched it out. Dr. Fauci wants compulsive hand washing to be the new normal, which is great news for anyone with obsessive compulsive disorder. Congratulations, you now have obsessive compulsive order. Also being recommended by the CDC, counting the tiles on your kitchen floor and making sure your shoes all face north. Fauci went on.
The other one is you don't ever shake anybody's hands. That's clear. I don't think we should ever shake hands ever again, to be honest with you.
Never shake hands. Well, that's bad news for secret societies. Welcome to the exalted brotherhood. We shall now anoint you with the scepter of rebirth and teach you the secret, let's say elbow bump. Will that do? Or that? Ewige Blumenkraften. There are some other unexpected silver linings to all this. After 5 years of brutal conflict, Saudi Arabia and Yemen have announced a ceasefire amid the pandemic. Yes, they know that right now is just not a safe time to kill each other. In predictable pandemic news, a new survey finds that pot use reached an all-time high in March amid lockdown measures. Oh, really? All-time high? Then you weren't with me, Chief Big Bong and the Warrior back in '82, hotboxing it out at the point. That was the all-time high, boy. Woo! I'm joking, obviously. It makes sense these days. A lot of people are getting stress-baked. You're already on the couch all day, in your pajamas, watching Netflix and eating beefaroni out of a can. Hey, it's COVID 420 somewhere. But please, be careful, pot enthusiasts. This is not the time to be doing anything that makes you cough and then be paranoid about coughing. So just stop smoking. Eat edibles instead. Or if that doesn't work for you, try Snoop Dogg's new line of suppositories. Put the shizzle up your bizzle. Try the tush kush. Of course, all the experts agree that the only way out of this pandemic is to increase, in any way possible, widely available, reliable testing. So, naturally, it was announced yesterday that the White House will end federal support for coronavirus testing sites on Friday. Why is Trump opposed to the testing? Someone tell him they're coronavirus tests, not paternity tests. Instead, the federal government will be transitioning to state-managed testing sites, part of Trump's strategy to shift responsibility to the states. Oh, okay. Well, if only there was some way to coordinate among the states, some way to, I don't know, unite the states of America under one government that had, let's say, an emergency management agency, but on a federal level. Heck of a job, Trumpy. But the president's under a lot of pressure, of course. He's facing the prospect of running for re-election after botching the response to a global pandemic, so it's no surprise he wants to get the economy up and running again quickly. But this tweet may have been a tad insensitive. Once we open up our great country, and it will be sooner rather than later, the horror of the invisible enemy, except for those that sadly lost a family member or friend, must be quickly forgotten. Well, you know the old saying, those who forget the past are probably going to vote for Donald Trump. Now, with everyone staying home to stop the virus, Americans are being hit hard by job losses. 16 million people have filed for unemployment in the past 3 weeks. And with so many people filing for unemployment at the same time, it's overloading the creaky old system. One person recently laid off in Texas said she had not managed to file despite more than 1,200 attempts, some at 1 a.m. You know, I think that being out of a job should not be a full-time job. Thankfully, many Americans are still working, and some of them are risking their lives to help us through this crisis, including fast food workers who are going on strike, demanding paid sick leave and more protections at work. Yes, more protection. Evidently, those hairnets can only do so much. Workers are walking out at McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Subway, Popeyes, Domino's, Burger King, and Taco Bell, asking for masks, gloves, soap, and 2 weeks of paid sick leave to workers exposed to COVID-19. And I don't know about you, but I want them to have all those things. I don't want a contagious person to make my nachos. If I get sick from eating Taco Bell, I want it to be because I ate Taco Bell as God intended. Speaking of God, here's to you, big fella. I just want to say to my Jewish viewers, Merry Passover. Tonight is the second night of Passover. I think it goes, 2 rabbis a-leapin'. Now, if you're observing Passover, you're holding what's called a Seder. It's a big family meal. And many have been different this year because a lot of people are opting to hold their Seders on Zoom. So, of course, tonight started with the traditional prayer of, Nana, you're muted. The Seder tells the story of the Israelites escaping slavery in Egypt. It's all about plagues, and we can relate. I've been putting lamb's blood on my doorframe just to ward off Grubhub. I got to cut out the carbs. Traditionally on Passover, you save a place for Elijah, and someone gets up to check to see if he's at the door. But please, this year, if he's there, don't let him in. He's 3,000 years old. Easter is also this weekend, and it's going to be a strange one. Instead of celebrating in the church, we'll be celebrating in sweatpants, or no pants, depending on your denomination. Recently, the Vatican published guidelines for Easter celebrations during coronavirus, including a decree for priests saying they may offer the liturgies in their parishes without the physical presence of the faithful. So they're going to do the Mass with nobody there. Well, as someone who's been performing with no audience for a few weeks now, I feel for these priests. My advice, guys, bring your dog in every once in a while, okay? People like that. Just make sure you change his collar. Now, a church down in Texas planned something special for the kids in their congregation. They're holding a virtual Easter egg hunt on Minecraft. It is a little unorthodox, but way better than their original plan, a Fortnite Bunny Royale. Now, with everybody changing how they celebrate the high holy days, I thought now would be a good time to check in with God to see what he thinks of all this. So please welcome friend of the show, the Almighty. Lord, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, Stephen. Nice to talk to anybody. I was getting a little squirrely.
Now, Lord, where are you right now?
Technically, I'm everywhere, but specifically, I'm riding it out in my cabin in Idaho. I'm a prepper. I got 2 years of freeze-dried beef stroganoff.
Wait a second. You're a prepper?
Oh yeah, gotta be prepared for natural disasters. I'm all loving, but I'm also very moody. Who knows what I'm gonna do next?
Well, what about up in heaven? Are they social distancing up there?
Oh yeah, me and the angels are doing all our meetings over Zoom now. I'm getting pretty good at it. Look, I can change my background. Now I'm in the Bahamas. Now I'm in that house from Parasite. Now I'm in hell. Oh, that one usually gets a laugh. Boy, I don't know how you do this without an audience, Steve.
It's not easy. So what are you doing this Easter?
Oh, celebrating at home, having dinner with Jesus and the Holy Spirit. We're not supposed to be around each other, but we're also one and the same being, so it's complicated. Especially when we're trying to pick a show on TV. Jesus hasn't caught up with Tiger King yet, but I'm like, you can't call no spoilers for eternity, J-Dog.
Well, I'll let you go, God. I'm sure you're very busy.
Yeah, I gotta get myself a haircut, then turn water into wine, and then wine into toilet paper.
God, everybody. Folks, we have a show for you tonight. When we come back, I will be talking to the Tiger King himself, Joe Exotic, then the hosts of Pod Save America, then author John Meacham, and finally, a beautiful performance honoring John Prine by Dave Matthews. Stick around.